So you've moved to Idaho, but you need some more shop space, garage space, barn space. What are you going to do? Well, let's talk about that next. Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here, and today we are with my good friend Doug, and he came up here and had a problem in that he needed some more shop space. Well, what to do? Let's find out from Doug. Doug, what'd you do?
We came across this house, which you showed us to us, and there was no shop here. But the wheels started spinning, and
Right.
I saw space back here in my property. Being here about a year, we started pursuing building a shop and barn here, and I had to find a contractor.
What did you think of this guy just showing up and he has a dream, and what did you do to make that dream happen?
Well, I always, every time that I meet with a customer, it's always what they want, what their dreams are, what they're going to use it for. Because at the end of the day, it takes me about a month to build something like this, and at the end of the day, month and I'm done. But they're going to be living with it for the rest of their lives, or as long as they live at the property.
Doug, is what you have here kind of what you had in mind when you first started?
It's what I built in my mind,
Uh-huh.
and I spent a lot of nights dreaming and working it over, and what do I want to change? What do I want to do? How far do I want to go with this? And it's true.
Yeah.
It got there. I wish a lot of times I have a very ingenuitive mind and I design things. I wish I could push print, and this is about as close as pushing print
Right.
as I could get.
Brent, someone else comes up here that also has a dream, and they don't know what the first step would be. Is it to just, I don't know, write out on a napkin what they want, or to give you a call, or?
Yeah, what I typically do is every time I take an appointment, I sit down, I meet with everybody, and we kind of just start sketching things out. Now, once we have a pretty good idea on what we want, then I start talking to the architects on everything. But a lot of folks out here, they build cookie cutter stuff, and pretty much every build that I do has something custom in some way. And we build. We're not trying to recreate or the mousetrap. We're just trying to make it better. So every build that I do, we learn something, and every time that we'd come out here and talk with Doug had a better way or a new idea to do stuff, and it really actually helped my crew grow. They're pretty seasoned as it is, but as much as Doug's done in his life, he helped my crew out, and that was a beautiful thing.
That's fantastic. Can you show us around?
Yeah, so the whole idea with uh, this area here is this is going to be a hangar door, so it will open flat up, not roll like the rest of the doors. It'll open flat up and be a basically a hangar door, but it'll be an overhang. So on a nice day like today, that door is going to fly wide open, and then that gives me all of that area to work. And I got this is just a standard roll-up door, but however, this one is rather large door.
Yeah, it is.
And part of the design here is most people would put two doors in here, but I didn't want to lose the post in the middle being in the way. So that's again maximizing my usefulness. And then it's all insulated.
Yep, we got the R19 in the walls, which is the biggest bat you can put in a 2x6 wall.
Okay.
And then the columns that we use are actually we don't use green treat. A lot of companies now use green treat for their pole barns, but how much stronger? This is about 40% stronger than a green treat right here. So what I try to do is throw all the lumber in there because, although we don't get a lot of snow, every year, there are some years like 16.
Snowmageddon.
Snowmageddon. And essentially what I found out was all the builds that I was called out to fix, they didn't have the OSB on the roof, for instance. So now with all my builds, you get OSB on the roof, 2x6 walls. We don't build conventionally, I guess so to speak. We build it as something that somebody would use it as a shop. Insulated, comfortable. We put fiber in the concrete. We go really the extra step for the versatility and usability of the people's shop. Be very diligent about who you're dealing with in business, because I've had just this month, I've probably had no less than 4 or 5 calls of contractors not doing what they should. They'll take the money, they'll walk away, or they'll give you something that nobody would be proud of. So just, it's a must follow, and what I always do is any contractor that's worth their salt is gonna more than happy show you anything and everything that they've built. And that's what I always recommend when people come out here. They say, hey, I want to do business with you. First off, I want you to come look at my work so you know what you're getting. You know what kind of quality that I'm building, so you actually know. A lot of these people are giving up deposit checks, and sometimes they're giving up 50% of 60, 80,000, right off the bat, and they haven't, they've maybe gone online and checked this guy out, and he has a couple good pictures and next to some okay pictures, and okay, well, he's a contractor. Not necessarily.
You said this took about a month to build?
We had a couple hiccups here and there. We actually had an overhead power source that we actually plumbed into the shop and then ran the power to the house. So a couple here, a couple there, and a couple add-ons. But I think we're probably, I'd say, a month and a half probably.
Are shops going up as quickly in value as homes are?
Unfortunately, yes, because it's the lumber prices. The lumber prices are again one of the nails of COVID, because there's been mills that have closed down. There's been other things. So my material prices have gone up about 80% in a year. So from what you'd buy, and obviously you can see how much OSB we use. I mean, it went from $8 a sheet up to almost $30 a sheet. And so, yeah, it's a little bit, but we try not to break the bank. Everything we do is a la carte. I'm not going to tell a customer no. I'm just going to give them recommendations. But we can get as skinny as $20-something a square foot up to as much as you want.
So the thing to do if you have any questions is to give Brent a call. I'm thinking, you guys out there, if you come up here, we find you the perfect house, but it doesn't have the shop or the barn, there's a solution for that. If you found this video helpful at all, please go ahead and share, like, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. And as always, this is Treasure Valley Dave, looking forward to helping you get home.